And you have repeatedly criticized the vice president for not specifically calling out Antifa and other left-wing extremist groups. But are you willing tonight to condemn white supremacists and militia groups and to say that they need to stand down and not add to the violence in a number of these cities, as we saw in Kenosha and as we've seen in Portland?
Sure,
are you
I'm
prepared
willing
to
do
specifically
that, but
do it? Well, go ahead, sir.
I would say almost everything I see is from the left wing, not from the right wing.
So what are you saying?
I'm willing to do anything. I want to see peace.
Then do it, sir.
Say it. Do it. Say it.
Do you want to call him? What do you want to call him? Give me a name. Give me a
white
name.
Supremacists and
who would
white
you like me to condemn?
White supremacists and right
Proud
militia.
Boys, stand back and stand by. But I'll tell you what. Somebody's got to do something about Antifa and the left, because this is not a right-wing problem. This is a left-wing.
FBI director
This is a left-wing problem.
White supremacists. Antifa's an idea, not an organization.
Oh, you got to be
not
kidding.
militia.
He's now sentenced to 5 months. You know why? Because he was in Washington, D.C. on January 4th. And you know what? He had some magazines, like bullet magazines, with the Proud Boys emblem. And he was there to deliver them. They were empty. He didn't have any weapons. Didn't have any ammo. And they arrested him for burning a BLM flag. Yeah, because BLM's never burned flags before. These guys, they get arrested? No. These guys? What about them? Did they get arrested? Any of them? No. What about these guys? These guys get arrested? They burned a flag. What about these guys? These guys? These guys? These guys? These guys? No? These guys? What about these guys? No? No, what about these guys? No, they didn't get arrested? These guys? No arrests? These guys? No, you can stamp on the American flag, apparently. Apparently you can stamp on it and you can light it on fire and you're fine. I don't know what that's... Oh, Kenosha. What about these guys? What about these guys? Guys, this is nuts, man. What the fuck? These guys get arrested? Did they pull all these guys and put them in jail? The FBI? No, because they're not Trumpers. They're not Trump supporters. No. These guys? Yeah, they all get charged. It's a BLM flag, bro. Check it out, bro. You can't be burning a BLM flag. Because that's way more harsh than burning the American flag. DOJ desires 3 months in jail for Proud Boys chief who burned BLM flag, right? Prosecutors additionally mentioned they need to choose to order Tarrio to avoid D.C. throughout his probation, so as to stop future violence within the nation's capital. There was zero evidence to show that there was any collusion to create insurrection in the Capitol on January 6th. That was all fake. January 6th, FBI came out, finally, found that, no evidence. I wonder why. That's all they found. They didn't look into anything else. They didn't look at the security tapes. They didn't look at why police were, let's shoot them with rubber bullets, and then let's stop, and let's open the gates. Let's open the doors, and let's let them all in. So let's piss them off, let's injure them, let's murder a couple of them as Capitol police officers. And then we'll throw open the gates. See what happens. No, none of that investigation happened. No. The investigation that happened was that some of these people called a Capitol Police officer an N-word.
One woman in a pink MAGA shirt yelled, "You hear that, guys? This nigger voted for Joe Biden."
It's funny he has to read this.
In the crowd, perhaps around 20 people, joined in screaming, "Boo, fucking nigger." It's
such a goddamn children's book. It's like right there. It's just like every page has like a drawing and like a 5-word sentence. You just flip it and 5 words. You think that's right? You think that's how it went? You think that's how an investigation happens? When you investigate something that happened, I'd assume if there's security cameras all over the place, you'd maybe look into those. Or maybe you call for the investigation before an actual investigation to get ahead of the story. You call for it and you get all your teammates on board. And then you bring out your black friends and you say that they're Capitol Police who were called the N-word. End of story. No more investigation to see here. It's all good. It was an insurrection. It was white supremacists. White supremacists
incited the erection.
And the erection was big. It was huge. Huge, veiny erection. And it didn't shoot anybody, but it got shot. A couple people got murdered. A couple of the white supremacists got murdered. You know? Who was in charge of telling those Capitol Police, giving them orders? Who was in charge of that? Oh, Nancy Pelosi? Who was in charge of the commission to look into January 6th? Oh, Nancy Pelosi. Who was good friends with who was that one black Capitol officer who said that he was called the N-word a bunch of times? Who was he friends with? Great friends with Nancy Pelosi. Smells funny. Proud Boys, okay. Tarrio, who has led the far-right group since 2018, pleaded responsible in July to 2 misdemeanors. Okay, I get it. On January 4th, 2 days earlier than Capitol Rebellion, he was arrested after he arrived in D.C. with the high-capacity magazines, which were empty. The flag-burning incident occurred on the Ashbury United Methodist Church on December 12th. December 12th. Shortly after, Tarrio and different Proud Boys attended a pro-Trump rally. How dare they? Which later led to violent clashes and stabbings in D.C.'s streets. What? Shortly after Tarrio and different Proud Boys attended a pro-Trump rally, okay, which later led to violent clashes and stabbings in D.C.'s streets. Okay. Now, are you saying that Tarrio stabbed somebody? Are you saying that Proud Boys stabbed somebody? No, because you don't have to. Because all you have to do is mention that, and now you are basically creating this narrative that Proud Boys and Tarrio are stabbing people. When the fact is, that's not what happened. That's not what happened at all. You're blinding people from the fact that Antifa, anti-fascists, did the stabbing. The fact is, you're clouding the actual fact that your side is being violent. but you're going to write this article so that it makes it look like it's just the Proud Boys. It's just the Trumpers. They're the violent ones. You're going to say, next you're going to say that Trump supporters burned down cities all summer. Winter was pretty fiery as well. But you're gonna blame that on Trumpers, right?
And then you have, apparently, I don't have enough detail to make a final judgment. It looks like some of the militia folks were in there. Young man is the guy that shot 2 people. I mean, and where's the condemnation coming for that?
It's not disinformation. It's complete lack of information. It's a complete misdirection. Alrighty, so there's been an update here. So, as I have said in previous videos, FBI confirms there's no insurrection on January 6th from August 20th. The Cambridge Dictionary defines insurrection as organized attempt to group people to defeat their government and take control of their country, usually by violence. FBI has found scant evidence that January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol was the result of an organized plot to overturn the presidential result, according to 4 current law enforcement officials. The report was a devastating blow to Joe Biden and Democrats who have attempted to make existence of erection on January 6th a key issue in the midterm elections 2020 or 22. Now, this happens today, August 26th. Capitol police officers sued Trump Proud Boys over January 6th attack. Now that's strange, isn't it? The timing? Is it kind of like we're distracting a little bit, trying to distract as much as possible? We're trying to get people to think about that as a real thing, and if you put a lawsuit on, it makes it seem like it's more of a real thing. Alright, so let's see what's going on in Antifa world. Antifa assault families and children at Christian prayer event in Portland Park. Carrying shields and weapons, attacked a group of Christians, including young children, who were congregating in Portland. Interesting. Oh, they tore apart sound equipment and assaulted attendees with pepper spray and projectiles.
Why are you mad?
What is that? What is that? He has to.
We speak peace to you in Jesus' name.
What the fuck's going on?
Knock him out. Hey, come on now.
Get back.
Calm down.
No.
What? Calm down.
We're good.
All cops are bastards in the name of Jesus, amen.
Yeah, keep telling yourself this isn't a spiritual battle, guys. Keep telling yourself these aren't demons. Right? Ugh. As a tech guy, that speaker was pretty expensive. That one not as important, but that other one, holy shit! Look at this.
Go.
What are they angry about? Because they believe in God? Is that what's going on here? Police did not intervene. Oh, of course not. They're told to stand down.
Can you tell us what happened? So we were about to have a worship event, and Antifa just rolled in like an angry mob, started throwing flash bombs at everybody, macing everybody, rotten eggs at everybody, black paint, They threw a flash bomb into a group of kids that were out there, from like 4 months old to like 10. Yeah, they were ruthless.
Unbelievable. And this is a pastor?
Yeah, I'm a pastor also. Walked up to ask him to stop. Walked up to ask him to stop throwing things at the children because there's kids down there. I mean, they're toddlers.
Yeah.
And they sprayed me too, obviously. So anyhow.
Yeah, these are normal people. They're just anti-fascist, guys. They're against fascism. Right? Is that believable enough for you? And then I like this video. I'll end it on this.
Been shoved out. Is that something we can tolerate? No. So I would like to close with a comment, a message. We have to do everything we can.
White supremacy is not the problem. Boys were not the problem. Antifa, Black Bloc.
Isn't it funny they blinked, some editor blinked out Proud Boys.
Are the ones who threw bombs, mortars, and pepper spray at me and my children. My baby girl, 8 years old, nearly was hit in the face with an explosive by white people dressed up in all black, attacking me and my family. It is not the Proud Boys. And you, the city of Portland, and everybody who supports them needs to know this. My black children were almost hit with bombs and mortars. My 9-year-old son was drenched in pepper gas thrown by Antifa. Boy, if Black Lives Matter to you, you better back up.
He's deaf, Gene.
They did not. Yes, they are part of the problem. Yes, they are part of the problem. But you know what? You, and you are the problem. Every single local news station denied my story. You rejected it in favor of one man with an airsoft gun. No Proud Boys were present that day. The event hadn't even started yet.
No Proud Boys. They edited it out again.
We were shaking hands, saying our hellos, smiling at each other, having fun.
Her baby.
And Black Bloc Antifa marched in, screaming, "Hail," chanting, "Hail Satan," and screaming, "Where's your God now?"
Guys, like I said, if you don't think this has anything to do with the spiritual battle going on, maybe do a little research. This is light versus dark. This is good versus evil. And that doesn't surprise me at all that Antifa would be saying Hail Satan. I mean, we got mainstream news accidentally showing
Hail Satan.
Recent outages have shown how just...
We got fucking the guy who's, the former vice president, Biden. Yeah, him talking about how he's a... you QAnons, you think that we're sucking the blood out of kids?
QAnon. The idea that the Democrats or the Biden is hiding people and sucking the blood of children no, I'm serious. Now, you may not like me, and that's your right. Look, it's a simple thing.
Yeah. And then he says it again afterwards. He says, "Oh, you think all Republicans think that we're sucking the blood out of kids?"
Are there people in the Republican Party who think we're sucking the blood out of kids?
Now there are. I'm sure there are now. Something weird's going on, guys. Something weird is going on. And those people, those Antifas, I mean, they seem satanic to me. I don't know. They seem like there's something else is controlling their thoughts. I don't know if it's drugs. Could be drugs. But it's also complete distance from life. Like it's a complete, like they've taken a deep dive into just nihilism. I don't know. Could be wrong.
And I'm an anti-fascist for the record. Aren't we all? Either you're a fascist or anti-fascist. Aren't we all? There's no two ways around it.
Thanks, Dustin, for the output there.
Okay, and what the problem is the news will, and all of these people will not stop with the Proud Boys. Get over it. It's not them.
Really?
Yes.
It's right there. It's right there.
The Proud Boys is white supremacists just like the mayor. No, they're not. More things before I step away. Mike Schmidt was not prosecuting them last year when they were being arrested. Sexual offenders like Andrew J. Simmons should not even have been in the vicinity of children, as he is a registered sex offender. Mike Schmidt is white supremacy, and he is dangerous, just like Antifa. Get it right.
And for the record, either you're anti-fascist.
You know my husband is dangerous. Your husband is dangerous. No, he's not. You are.